Sir William Seal.
Mr. Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Pacific Island Affairs. Which individuals representing the Pacific Economic Development Agency, in addition to J R Pereira, has she met with since becoming Minister?
The Honourable Georgina Te Hiohio.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased and proud to say that in the course of my ministerial duties, I met with many representatives of Pacific communities, in fact hundreds around the country. To the best of my knowledge, the only representative of the Pacific Economic Development Agency I have met is Mr. J R Pereira. Other representatives of that organisation may or may not have been present at one or some of the many functions that I have attended.
Sir William Seal.
Did she discuss with Mr. J R Pereira, Mr. Ulu Aiono, Mr. Ulafala Ayavao, Mr. Mose Saitala, a budget appropriation for the Pacific community? If so, when?
The Honourable Georgina Te Hiohio.
Mr. Speaker, to the best of my knowledge, leaving aside the three other people he has mentioned, the members mentioned, I had not discussed any budget proposal with any of those individuals.
Sir William Seal.
Which individual members of the Pacific community in Auckland did she meet to discuss an appropriation from Budget 2010 for the Pacific Economic Development Agency Limited?
The Honourable Georgina Te Hiohio.
None.
Supplementary.
Sir William Seal.
Was she present when Mr. Bill English met with Mr. J R Pereira and representatives of the Pacific Economic Development Agency Limited prior to and immediately after the 2008 general elections? If not, why not?
The Honourable Georgina Te Hiohio.
No, I wasn't present, and if not, probably because I was doing something else, possibly attending another Pacific function, which is what happens.
Question number 10, Todd McClay.